Good morning, I'm Clinton Griffiths. Fertilizer prices climbed to historic highs in 2022. This year, however, those inputs have been on a constant slide. Take a look at this graphic from USDA and the University of Illinois ag economists over at Farm Doc Daily. Following the run-up that began in 2021, prices of anhydrous, urea, potash, and liquid nitrogen all peaking in 2022 and are now trending lower. Farm Journal's Tyne Morgan has more on the input market that's still working through supply uncertainty.
You know, we have a few kernels on this year, but by and large, we didn't pollinate at all.
Samp and other farmers planted what could be one of their most expensive crops ever this year between inputs and other inflation-fueled necessities on the farm. And it wasn't until spring until some of those input prices started to fall. Ohio State's Barry Ward tracks prices of inputs and other farm expenses.
From my data, anhydrous ammonia come down about 50% since last year at this time, about 30% since March. The least is the phosphorus fertilizer products, right around 20%.
The price shift was sudden and something Rabobank's Sam Taylor has also been tracking.
If you look at the affordability index, it is gone from being atrocious last year, that ratio to the price of fertilizers to the underlying commodity, to actually one of the best it's been in decades.
According to this affordability index from Rabo, Taylor says the wholesale price of nitrogen, phosphorus, and potash has gone from last year's sticker shock when NPK prices were the highest since 2008 to now dropping to the lowest since 2004.
There is supply, there is inventory. So farmers shouldn't necessarily, unless something goes cataclysmic in the world, shouldn't see a huge price correction.
According to Farm Doc Daily's look at recent fertilizer price trends, major fertilizer products in Illinois began increasing in 2021 and peaked in the second quarter of 2022. That includes anhydrous ammonia topping out at $1,635 per ton last June and falling to $870 per ton last week. That's a 47% drop in just over a year. Farm Doc Daily shows the price of urea fell 50% during that time, and liquid nitrogen is down 22%. Ward says the sharp decline for key fertilizer products is driven partially by falling crop prices.
There's a high correlation there. Crop prices, as they move, fertilizer prices tend to follow. It's not always a perfect correlation.
He says lower commodity prices can cause some farmers to second guess the amount of fertilizer they buy. But the other major driver, the price of natural gas.
We saw that really fall out in both North America and Europe throughout the winter. Milder winters that was part of the driver. So those lower natural gas prices were a key feature and a key factor in not only nitrogen prices, but also helping to soften some of our phosphorus fertilizer prices.
This chart from Farm Doc Daily shows the correlation between natural gas and corn commodity prices and the price of anhydrous ammonia. Just like fertilizer prices, natural gas prices also peaked last summer. Ward says if growers are locking in fall fertilizer prices, he's also suggesting to get some crop sales on the books as other costs are forecast to climb.
There's still this issue of escalating cash rents across the Midwest that are going to put pressure on growers.